Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
If there is one bedrock of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's politics, it is the last mile delivery of his welfare schemes, his development projects. Of course, unabashed Hindutva, muscular nationalism are key to his politics, but these are not what win him elections. What actually wins him elections is his ability to be able to identify areas where the voters need basic amenities which have not been made available to them yet, to be able to conceive of schemes which can deliver these amenities and then ensure that these reach the voters till the last mile. The Print's latest series on the Nal Se Jal scheme, which essentially is about providing tap water connections to all households, to all rural households, tells us a similar story. Most reporters who went on the ground have come back with a similar feedback that the scheme seems to be doing reasonably well on the ground. Of course, there would be initial teething troubles like with any other scheme, but like Ujjwala, like Prime Minister Awas Yojana Grameen, the scheme within 2 years of being implemented seems to be doing fairly well. Let's just talk a little bit about why I say delivery of schemes is crucial to Prime Minister Modi's politics. Let's go back to the BJP's history a little bit, where Hindutva has been crucial to its rise in the early 1990s. Make no mistake, Hindutva is not going away anywhere as far as the BJP's template, as far as the BJP's politics is concerned. The party is very happy to wear religion on its sleeve, sometimes even as an entire robe. So that's not going away anywhere. This is something we've seen even under Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. For instance, before the Uttar Pradesh elections, the Prime Minister himself talks about emotive and sensational polarizing issues like Kabristan and Shamshan. Amit Shah, now Home Minister, before the Lok Sabha elections, was constantly talking about CAA and NRC, hyphenating the two, giving it a communal angle, talking about throwing Bangladeshi infiltrators, whom he termed as termites, into the Bay of Bengal. Then, of course, we have the likes of UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who come up with their Bajrang Bali versus Ali conversation. There is a lot that happens as far as the BJP is concerned, where it comes to flaunting religion, where it comes to using religion as a polarizing issue. Increasingly, along with religion, along with Hindutva, nationalism has also become important to the BJP. We saw how the Pulwama attacks and the retaliatory airstrikes by the Indian Air Force in Balakot became an important issue ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. BJP is all about branding people as anti-nationals, those who don't perhaps fit into its scheme of things, as those who are trying to break the country. But if Hindutva and nationalism were enough for the BJP to win elections, then former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee would not have lost so embarrassingly in 2004, because Hindutva was always there and the memories of the Kargil war were still fresh to talk about nationalism. These two are just the masala that Modi adds to the main ingredient of his dish, which, as I said, is delivery of his welfare schemes. Look back at his first term and the number of schemes is quite staggering. Whether it's Ujjwala, which is about giving cooking gas connections to women in rural areas, whether it's about the housing scheme, which is the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen, which is a refurbished version of Indira Awas Yojana, whether it's about rural electrification through the Saubhagya scheme, whether it's about bank accounts under Jan Dhan Yojana, and now the Nal Se Jal scheme. There has been a carefully crafted set of welfare schemes, that are meant for the rural poor, that are meant for the have-nots. And this is where Prime Minister Modi's real success lies, as much as we may want to believe that he's only about Hindutva and nationalism. In fact, while traveling ahead of Lok Sabha elections, or even ahead of assembly elections from whether from in Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh or even Tripura in the northeast, what the voters said they appreciated the most about the Modi government were these schemes. Very few voters actually said that they were voting for Modi because of Hindutva or because of his nationalism plank. Of course, these are issues that do matter, but the core of his politics, the core of his political success is the delivery of these schemes. In fact, even now, as far as Nal Se Jal is concerned, my colleague Maushmi Das Gupta, who traveled on the ground to cover how the scheme is translated, has come back with similar reports saying that it seems to have benefited the most marginalized communities like the SCs, like the STs, who are appreciative of the centre for bringing in this scheme. This is exactly the kind of response that earlier schemes like Ujjwala or housing have also invoked from voters. In fact, if you look back at the 10 years of the Congress where it headed the UPA government, there is only one such big scheme that comes to mind, which is of course the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. That was credited to a great extent for the Congress's return to power in 2009. However, even that scheme by UPA too started losing its sheen. It was ridden with deficiencies, with ghost beneficiaries, with implementation flaws that became pretty much more of a burden for the Congress than an asset by the end of its second term in power. For Modi, however, it has been the other way around. The schemes have remained strong, the schemes have translated well on the ground, and voters' response to these schemes has been very positive. In this term, which is after being voted to power in 2019, it seemed like somewhere this government was losing sight of this. There was more politics, there was more Hindutva, there was more semantics and rhetoric. However, it seems the government has got its grip back with the way Nal Se Jal seems to have done well on the ground, and the fact that its earlier schemes continue to get focus, continue to get the push. It's very easy to brand Narendra Modi as just being about Hindutva, just flaunting his 56-inch chest. But Narendra Modi is smart enough to know that a Ram temple in Ayodhya is not enough to win him any election, except perhaps in Uttar Pradesh, if that at all. He knows what he needs is to be able to cater to the voter, to know what the voter wants the most, and to be able to deliver that. Call it Chulha Makan Pani, his unique take on Roti Kapda and Makan, and that is what has given him a winning formula. For more, log on to our website theprint.in to read my column Politics.